Hello everyone and welcome to Journey with the Kellers. My name is Amanda Keller and today we're going to be doing a few things with the container garden. So the last time I showed you the video, a lot of things had come up. With the rains lately, things are growing like crazy, so that's awesome. We'll see what makes it and what doesn't. I'm a little concerned because like the pumpkins seem to have too many plants. I think I may have dropped some seeds in there as I was planting. So I may have to try even separating some of those out in a little bit later. But today I actually had some plants that didn't grow and some seeds that didn't come up. And I found a few plants to replace them with. So that's what I'm gonna go ahead and do. So these two bigger ones here were actually one was a great plant that never did anything. I think it was dead. And one was a raspberry? Oh, blackberry plant that never came up. And I found a nice little lemon tree and a lime tree. So I'm going to take these out and replant these lemon trees and lime trees in here. And then my pepper seeds never did anything, and neither did my cantaloupe. So I found a green pepper plant and a red pepper plant. And I'm gonna go ahead and plant those in there. So I don't really know how this is gonna go, just because, like I said, this is my first year of doing a container garden, so we'll see. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is just go ahead and see if I can dig most of this out here. And actually it looks like it just pulled out, which is great. So this was supposed to be, I think this was the black raspberry plant, and it just, I don't know, it never got anything. So we're just gonna consider it to be gone. Okay, and so then we are gonna just dig a hole. Now this needs to be a fairly decent size hole because this plant is already a fairly decent size. Now I like to go ahead whenever I have something in a pot, I like to try to keep the soil that's in it, just because, you know, it's been growing in that soil for a while, and so it might help it to have a little bit of that already in there. And as you can see, there's roots pretty bound in. And so you just kind of squish it around, kind of loosen up those roots a little bit so that hopefully when you plant it, they won't get bound up and they'll just go ahead and grow into your pot that you're planting it in. So then we're gonna go ahead and make sure that hole is big enough. Oh, we gotta take this off too. Take this little, well, if we can. Can't see here. So you gotta get all these little tags off of the tree. Should have done that before I tried to plant it, but that's all right. All right, so we'll get that off of there. There we go. And then it also has this orange one on here. So take that off of there. Okay. And it looks like we have some clovers. Oh, look, there's some 4-leaf clover. There's a 4-leaf clover in there. Wow. Hope I didn't just ruin my luck. Okay, so take that clover plant out. All right, so we're just gonna make sure this gets down in there nice and good. And then we're just gonna cover it back up here. And now all this soil is wet because it has been raining quite a bit. But because we're just replanting this, I'm gonna go ahead and put a little bit of water on it anyways. Okay. All right, so that gets that done. So one lime tree planted. Okay, now let's go ahead and see if we can get the lemon tree planted. And I'll go ahead and take the tags off of this one now, so I don't forget. So unfortunately, it kind of worked out kind of good that the cantaloupe seeds never came up. I'm not a big fan of cantaloupe. I had planted it because I do like to put it in my fruit, and my husband does like it. So, you know, I had planted some, you know, and if it grew, it was great. If it didn't, well, I think I just tangled that up instead of undoing it. So if it grew, then, you know, my husband could eat it, or I could give it to my mom. She might, although I don't think she likes cantaloupe very much either. That's okay. So I'm kind of glad that didn't grow. So we're just going to replace that with a pepper plant. And then also I have to do some planting today because tomorrow is Mother's Day. And so every day I do, or every year I get my mom some, you know, springtime flowers. And then this year I also bought her a tomato plant. There you go, that off of there. And so I just won't post this until we're actually doing it tonight, which is the day before Mother's Day. So I just won't post this until after that so that she don't see this. Okay, so here we go. All right, so got those tags off. Same thing, we're gonna try to pull this out here. And that had some big roots, but it really just didn't, I don't know, it did not do anything. All right, so we'll go ahead, dig this hole big again. Try to get some of these pine leaves out of here. Just so you know, pine trees are annoying. You get pine leaves, I guess you would call them, everywhere. They make a mess. Get stuck in your gutters. Okay, so get this little lemon tree out. Now, a good thing for these, if it's a pot that's nice and flexible, you can usually just kind of squeeze around the edge and then just pull the plant out. Of course, the lime tree wanted to do it, but the lemon tree doesn't. There we go. There we go. Now I feel it moving. So just give it a good squeeze, and then usually it'll pop right out of there, which is what you want. And always make sure that you loosen up the roots a little bit. You kind of want them to be loosened up because you don't want them to bind up. So when they're in a container like that, they can bind up, and then they won't grow any further. They'll just, even if you replant them in something else, they'll just stay bound up, and then it can end up killing the plant. All right, so we got you nice and planted. Okay, same thing. Let's give them a little bit of water here. Okay, awesome. So one lemon and one lime plant. Now for the cantaloupe, I don't know if I'm going to be able to see the seeds. I do want to kind of dig through and make sure that they're not in here somewhere getting ready to sprout. I'm not seeing any. I don't even see the seeds. So like I said, a couple times after I planted, it got below freezing at night, so I think it might have killed off some of my stuff or made it so that the seeds won't grow. So I'm not seeing any seeds that I need to pull out, so that's good. I don't think, nope. All right, so we'll go ahead, and this one is the green bell pepper. We'll put this little tag that was in the pot in here so we know what they are. And same thing, you should just be able to squeeze this right on out. That one was pretty loose, so that's good. Dig your little hole. Loosen up your roots as much as you can. Now just try to make sure you don't break the roots while you're loosening them up. If you can't really get any of the dirt to come out, just kind of squeeze them around a little bit. And usually some stuff will fall out, and you're seeing the roots kind of starting to dangle there, which is what you want. Okay. Just kind of loosen them up a little. Okay, that's good. All right. So we're gonna put that down in there. And then we have a nice little pepper plant. Look at that. One green bell pepper plant planted. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and plant the red bell peppers, and then hopefully get my mom's flowers. And I got her a tomato plant planted so that she has her Mother's Day gift. And if you guys want to take a quick look around here at the garden, we can do that. Because it's just kind of around me here. And a lot of the plants now are sticking up so you can see them. So yeah, so here it all is. It's doing well. So here's some of my mom's flowers as well. Getting ready to be planted. And so yeah, everything's grown up. The potatoes have gone wild. So have the onions. The rhubarb is starting to really come up. So it's looking really good. The sunflowers are coming up really well. One of the things that hasn't done real well is this grape plant here. I'm a little concerned about it. I don't know if it's going to make it. Also, the blueberry plant doesn't seem to have grown very much, so that's unfortunate. It's still there. It still looks like it's alive, but it's not growing much, so I don't know if we're going to get anything this year for that. And then the raspberry plant just didn't do very well, so I think it died. I'm probably going to leave it for this year, maybe see if I can find another one next year. So I don't know. Still don't have any watermelons either. So that's it for today. You all just hope you have enjoyed your container garden or your regular garden, whichever one is working for you. And so I'll continue to get these planted, and maybe I'll take some pictures before I'm done so I can put these up and you guys can see the flowers that I did for my mom. And okay, I think that's it. So you all have a good day. Happy planting. Bye.
Okay, everybody, so I thought I would quickly give you all a quick look at my mom's plants that I finally got planted for Mother's Day. So every year we give my mom, or at least I do, I think most of the other kids do as well, we usually give her flowers for Mother's Day. And then one of the things that we always include are these right here. They're yellow. They come in pinks and whites and different colors. But these are snapdragons. And these are basically in memory of our brother, because he passed away almost 30 years ago now in a house fire, and he used to like to play with snapdragons. So snapdragons, a lot of times, if you press on the sides of the petals where the crease is in between, their mouth kind of opens up, and they say it looks like a dragon. So these are her flowers. We got some snapdragons, some, I forget what these little fuzzy things are called down here, but I really like how they look. And so it just looks really good so far. I just watered them so they're a little bit limp from the water. And then I also got her a cherry tomato plant that she could have. And we're hoping to put this on, she has a tree stump in her yard. And I bought her some things to hang on the side of it to kind of make it look like a fairy house or a little gnome house or whatever. And so hopefully these will go on top of the stump. It's a big stump. And so this will be like their little flower / tomato garden on top of the stump, and then they will live in the tree stump. So maybe I'll try to get some pictures of that tomorrow before I post this up, because that's when we're supposed to put it together. So, all right, well, I hope you guys enjoy your day. See you later. Bye.